I've been really curious about what people are talking about when they say the veil is thin. I've even heard myself talk about it around Halloween as the veil is thin, be careful, or talk to your ancestors. What does that really mean? Well, I looked some things up and I meditated on this question that I have, and I want to fill you in what it really means when the veil is thin, and how you can work with it to your advantage or your disadvantage. Hey guys, we're gonna dive deep so we can rise high. I say that a lot. What does that mean? That means we're gonna dig in a little bit to a topic so that we can gain some awareness, so we actually can raise our vibration a little higher, or to where it's, quote, supposed to be, right? Meaning, where is our default vibration? Where is it, and where have we let and made choices that spiral our vibration down? So today we're going to dive deep about a topic of the veil thinning on Halloween, and where there's some brilliant possibilities for us around this. So what I discovered is that Samhain is a Celtic holiday where they had events and celebrations to kind of scare away the dead spirits. They noticed in the Celtic tradition that there was weird things happening around this time in Halloween, that their crops were being destroyed or their harvest. So in the Celtic tradition, Samhain was really about kind of warding those spirits away. Now, the Day of the Dead tradition in Latin America is really about welcoming those spirits in, creating altars for them, creating ritual and putting their pictures up and doing a lot to connect with the people who have passed over, with ancestors, with family members who have passed over. It was a day to celebrate them and bring them into their lives in a way that through ritual and through symbology and through celebration. So what does this have to do with modern day Halloween? And what does it have to do with being careful of the thinning of the veil? Now, interestingly enough, when I was meditating on this today, I looked under my dresser and I saw an old journal from 2001. So I picked it up, I opened to the page where it talked about 3 sources of power, one of them being tribal. And the reason I bring this up was that, one, I thought it was like serendipitous. I opened this book up, I had this question, and all of a sudden there it was. And at first I didn't get the link until I started doing the research about Halloween. And all the tribal celebration and attention and vibration around people who have passed over. So when people pass over, they are in the astral realm. So I'm going to talk about this in a way that kind of lights up for me, vibrationally and dimensionally. That's how I see things. So we are in a 3D reality, physical reality, with lots of other vibrational possibilities. And in this time, in 2020, we are in a time of the Great Awakening where we get to raise our vibration, become multidimensional human beings, and be in different vibrational bandwidths. Now, the astral realm is where the passed on souls usually collect. Not all of them. So in the astral realm, that is the 4th dimension. Now the 4th dimension has a bandwidth, right? There's the lower corridor and then there's the higher corridor. The higher 4th dimension is going to seem a little bit more like 5th dimension, a little bit more of that unity consciousnness. The lower corridor is going to be a little bit more closer to 3D, a little bit more fear. And perhaps in the middle, perhaps, maybe that's where the astral realm is. So everything I'm talking about today is a perhaps. It's kind of a contemplation, if you will. This is what I came to on my meditation pillow And, what do you know about this topic? So, I've been saying for years, today the veil is thin. I'm a trained priestess, and we've talked about the veil being thin and all that kind of thing. So, but today I woke up being like, well, what the hell does that really mean? And to me, what it means is that it's a time where the fourth dimension, the astral realm, the vibration is activated. So think about it. If a lot of cultures on the planet in a tribe kind of collective mentality are putting a lot of attention to the astral realm, those vibrations will be coming into our 3D reality more, perhaps. I did ask in my meditation, is Halloween time a portal? Kind of like the Lion's Gate, when things line up, and a portal is a time when we can have a fast track to a certain frequency. So in August, we have the Lion's Gate portal, and it's a fast track to really high frequencies. So one of the thoughts I had was that perhaps Halloween is a portal to the astral realm. But I got a no on that. And what came to me is that this tribal frequency is activated on the planet, and that's why those vibrations are high at those times. So take it or leave it. So that's what it means when the veil is thin, is that those vibrations are, those frequencies of the astral realm are present. And so the thing is about the astral realm is not every soul is there. Not all of our ancestors are there. The astral realm is a fourth dimension reality. Now, certain ancestors of ours have ascended past the fourth dimension. Perhaps they're in the fifth, sixth, seventh. Most likely, they're not above 12. So our earth realm is kind of encapsulated with 12 dimensions. And so right now, we are in this 12th dimension grid. The earth kind of sits in this 12th dimension grid. So our ancestors are somewhere between the astral realm and this 12th dimensional grid. So what are the possibilities here? So Halloween gives us, because of the tribal power that's happening on the planet, the power that's coming from the collective, that we're all kind of tuning in to this astral realm at the same time, we get to tune into the people that are there. But not all your ancestors are there. So I really feel like my dad is not in the astral realm. I feel like my dad is way higher than that vibrationally. So, when people say, tune into your ancestors, at Halloween, the veil is thin, yet you're like, I don't feel them. Yeah, you may not be feeling them because they might not be in the astral realm. Trust your knowing. So many years I have followed so many different communities' advice on things, and yet I didn't feel it. And I was like, why don't I feel this? And what I'm coming to know about myself is because I was aware of a different possibility and reality. So if I'm not feeling my father who has passed away during Halloween, it's because he is no longer in the astral realm. The cool thing about ancestors that are in the astral realm, they could be asking for a contribution. They could be asking for some raise in frequency so they can get out of the astral realm. They could be wanting some help with giving a message to a loved one so they can complete a mission and leave the astral realm. So there's lots of possibilities here. There's lots of possibilities with Halloween. If you're celebrating in the way that you would celebrate with Day of the Dead, and you're celebrating the people of past, and you're putting pictures up of people, you could tune into the astral realm pretty easily, because that's what a lot of people on the planet are doing. Or you may tune into where your ancestor is, into a higher dimension, and tune in there and go find them. Okay? So there's some possibilities there. If there's people in the astral realm that are your ancestors, you may be able to do some ancestral healing there. So if a soul is in the astral realm and it's requiring assistance to raise their vibration and leave the astral realm, that's ancestral healing. So you could vibrationally give them a contribution. Vibrationally, you can let them know that they are not in a body anymore. A lot of souls don't even realize that in the astral realm. A lot of them are confused. The way things are with hospice and stuff these days and drug overdose, a lot of souls they kind of float away before their bodies actually die, and they don't realize they don't have a body, and they're very confused. So one of the easiest and biggest things that you could do for a soul is to just say, hi, I love you. I want to let you know that you do not have a body anymore. And if you would like a contribution of light and frequency, here it is, and I send you into the light. So that's something you could do for them on Halloween. So follow your knowing about this holiday. There's some people, I have one friend that just doesn't like celebrating Halloween. It's not her thing. And she's a pretty high vibe in person. She may not want to really tune in to the astral realm. Maybe that's a possibility. I don't know. So the thing is, guys, if you are a person who is awakened, and you're playing in 4D consciousness, Halloween may be a match for you. It may be creepy to you. You may feel things glomming onto you. What you can do is do some things to raise your vibration if you don't like that sensation of things kind of glomming onto you and things asking for contributions. Raise your vibration. You know, go do some yoga, do some sound healing, go for walks in nature, right? Do some toning. However, if you are awakened in the higher 4D corridor and you are vibing higher in 5D and above, Halloween really won't affect you that much. The creepiness of Halloween won't affect you. Those lower frequencies of the astral realm really won't be in your reality. Just like there's lots of different timelines on Earth right now. There's the 3D timeline. There's lots of timelines in 3D. There's lots of timelines in 4D, lots of timelines in 5D. Which timeline are you going to jump into has to do with where your vibration, where most of you is vibrating. So if a lot of you is vibrating in the upper 4D, 5D, you really won't be playing in the realms of the astral 3D. So you will witness it, you'll see things, you'll see the physical world happening, but you won't be the effect of the unseen unless you want to go there. And, you know, so it's all choice. So one of the things in this 2020 Halloween is that there is astrological stuff lining up that is going to be an extra little challenge for people in 3D and 4D. And at lower 4D. It's the moon, it's a strong, I think it's in Taurus, there's some different other astrological things that are going to really heighten emotional responses and reactivity. So if you're in 4D frequency, if you're a little in even higher 4D frequency, you might notice that you might get challenged emotionally and brought down in frequency. And when that happens, that's when the Halloween astral plane may be playing with you, okay? So again, guys, this is all choice. We don't ever have to go into emotional reactivity. We can see We can step outside of our emotions and see them as a symbol, basically, as a symbol to say, hey, you have gone down in frequency. You want to go back up? It's all just a choice. So there's 3 levels of power. There is tribal power that I just talked about. When there's a lot of tribal focus somewhere, a possibility emerges, like the possibility of being closer to the astral realm, the veil, what they call, is thinning. Number 2 is individual power, self-power, right? I can do this, you know, really getting into, you know, that power of doing, the power of self. And then there's the 3rd level of power, which is symbolic. And that's what I just referenced to. Letting things be symbols. Stepping outside of your physical experience to voyeur in and look in and what's happening. Basically, it's the witness body, okay? Becoming a witness of yourself and your life can be such a huge power force for you. So as we, in 2020 Halloween, come close to this really intense, powerful astrological lineup, and emotions are high, and the collective, there's supposed to be a lot of unexpected things happening. Our greatest power lies in stepping outside of it all and watching in. So watch in at your emotions and other people's emotions. Watch in at things happening. So recently I just had, my son just had his Halloween plans switch, okay, canceled. And, you know, as I got the text that his Halloween plans were canceled, I was listening to the stuff about the astrology, that unexpected things are going to happen, but those unexpected things are an opportunity. Look at how emotionally you're working with this, and it's an opportunity to say, no more. I'm not going to have this pattern anymore. So it's going to be interesting to see how my son works with this. So again, to have that perspective, to see things as symbols and step outside and be the witness of ourselves, that's where the true power is. That's where the alchemy is. That's where anything that we're celebrating gets very interesting, whether it's Halloween, Thanksgiving, all the holidays that are coming up. They're very rich with tribal tradition. Now we can be in the power of the tribe and go along with what's being said and go along with, you know, how they're doing things and play there. Or we can go into self, right? We can just say, I'm doing it my way. I'm going to create ritual and do things my way, self-power. Or we can go into that symbology of life, that everything's in the quantum field as a symbol, kind of like an actualized symbol of what our energetics is going through and how they're showing up in physical form. And we get to just witness outside and just see our whole life and emotional system and belief system as symbols. And we get to choose from there. We get to choose differently from the collective, from the self, personality, and we get to really play in the field of vibration and transformation when we're in this 3rd level of power. So Halloween 2020, powerful time. Wherever you are, you know, this weekend vibrationally, play. See where you want to choose to play with the ancestors, with the ascended beings, with your emotions, with your witness body. It's a really powerful weekend. And what I've come to know now, when we are saying the veil is thin, it means that the vibrational reality of the astral plane is present for us on Halloween because of how tradition and tribal celebrations and all that vibrational focus is happening on the planet at a particular time. It has brought that into being. It is not a portal. It is an actual power of a collective conscious. So that's how I see it. What do you know about this topic? Let me know. How are you going to be celebrating Halloween? And are you going to be using this as a moment to connect and heal ancestral ties? Are you going to use it as a moment to raise your vibration and see where that goes? Or are you going to use it as a moment to just have fun in the 3D world of dressing up and just making it a celebration? Whatever you do, it's perfect. Follow your knowing and have a wonderful, happy, creepy, whatever you want it to be, Halloween. Blessings.